Hey everyone, okay, so before we get started today, little service announcement. There is some nutcase out there on Telegram messaging people, pretending to be me, saying they've won a prize. And when you message this person back, they then say you need to send this amount of money to me in order to claim the prize. It is an absolute scam and a fraud. I have reported it on Telegram. They're not doing anything. I've also reported it on YouTube since they're messaging people on there. They're not doing anything either. If you see messages like this on YouTube, report them please. If you see them on Telegram, if you're on there, please report them. It's absolutely outrageous. Please do not fall for it. Thank you. Hey everyone, okie dokie. So, I don't even have the product with me. I do now. Okay, so, I'm obsessed with concealer. I really love concealer, but I love concealer to be used as a foundation. I think it gives you much more control of placement and you ultimately, I hope, use less product. I love it. And this is one of my all-time favorites. So I thought I would do a really natural looking coverage on the skin, show you what it looks like because it's amazing. Now it's the Huda Beauty one. Here it is, Divine. And the shade I'm going to be using is Coconut Flakes, which is, I think it's 2.7. It's so good, this concealer. It's matte and it doesn't have a lot of slip. It doesn't move all over the place. So I'm just going to kind of prime the skin a little bit. So I'm going to be using this. This is an excellent moisturizer and works so well as a primer because there's just something about it that allows makeup to adhere to the skin. And I love it. I love this moisturizer. I'll put links to everything in the description bar, but it's just really nice. Oh, one more thing, and you can be the judge of this. So, I just coloured my beard. So, I've had a grey beard, particularly here, for years and years, and I love it. But I thought, should I give it a go and see what it looks like? So I've coloured it, and it's not grey anymore. What do you think? Do we prefer it not grey, or do we prefer it grey? Let me know. It's, I don't know myself. It looks thicker, but you let me know. Okay, so here's what I do. Now bear in mind that I don't really like a lot of coverage. I like skin to look like skin. So I'm going to do 3 dots on the forehead. I'm going to do a dot a bit bigger than that on the nose. I'm just going to re-dip. And I'm going to do 1 dot here and 1 dot here. That should be enough to see me through. I'm going to take the rose ink brush and I'm going to use this side to blend it in. I'm going to start on this outside corner and I'm just going to kind of keep moving the brush until I'm aware that it's been distributed. And I'm just going to keep doing that, moving it back and forward. This is why I love concealer, because you get to see where the coverage is, if that makes sense. Because you're not just putting it on with a big sponge and, you know, some days we need more, some days we need less. So I'm going to start from the outside corner. I'm going to go over the eyelids. And then I'm going to attack this section here, which for me is the most problematic. I have the most discoloration or redness in this area. I'm going to go over the eyelids again. Anything that's left, I'm going on the sides of the nose. I'm going to start here again. Move it out over the eyelids, and I'm purposely trying to cover a lot of ground. All the chair is bouncing when I'm doing this, and I'm going to take whatever's left and work this into my red chin, and then I'm going to do the nose as the final step. Now the nose I may need a touch more. I mean, I don't know why, because I'm going to make it bright red in a minute with blusher. But that's what I do. So I may just use a touch more. Now at this particular moment in time, there's no real evidence that there's anything on my skin, which is why I love it. Now this is a full coverage concealer, make no mistake about it, but it's got incredible longevity, which I love. I think it's so good. Now even though this is a matte concealer, because I've got that moisturizer on, which is for drier skin, it's got more of an emollient look to it at the moment, which I don't care for. I'm going to take that down in a second. Next, I'm going to use this blusher called Ophelia. And what a lovely name. And this is by Rose Inc. And I'm going to take their brush, which looks like this. Look at that, focusing on my eyes, naughty. And I'm now going to make my entire face bright pink. So I'm just going to start here. Bring it up. I'm going to bring it up here. And I'm going to bring it down the sides of my nose. So basically an entirely pink face. And now I'm just going to kind of blend it in a little bit. And I'll go over it with a beauty blender. I love a pink face. I read a study years ago that said that people with pink faces are more trustworthy. So there you go. Just going to go over with a beauty blender just to blend things in. It's actually because, and I've told this story a million times, but in my early 20s when my skin was so bad with acne, I was sat opposite somebody in TGI's. It was a gentleman. He had similar colouring to me. He had similar hair colour. And his face looked so healthy, and it looked like he'd been skiing. It was pink and dewy and beautiful, and I never forgot that. And I always wanted to kind of emulate it ever since. So next I'm going to take my weightless powder, which is just amazing, and I'm going to now take down all the shine in the center. So the T-zone, but the T-zone for me is a little bit wider. So it's this section here, it's the nose and the sides of the nose. But for me, the T-zone area comes kind of at the center of the eye. So I want everything from here down to be pretty much matte, because I don't like there to be any shine when I'm looking straight on at somebody. I like it to be on the outside perimeters where I think it looks the best. I'm also going to take down the shine just on the top of here, because that's where the mallet bags are, and we don't want those to be highlighted. There you go, look at that. That is, maybe I can look at it now. Yes, I can. Oh, gorgeous. So there you go. That is one of my favorite all-time concealers. I think it is epic. Your skin looks beautiful. It looks real. Now, of course, if you use more dots, you're going to get a lot more coverage. It's entirely up to you, but I love the customization of this. I love the fact that I can just put a few dots on and get a coverage that looks beautiful. And this is totally wearable. I could go out like this. No one would know any different. And that is how I like it. Thanks for watching. See you all soon. Bye-bye.